Venice by Letitia Landon. Morn on the Adriatic, every wave has turned to light and mimics the blue sky, as if the ocean were another heaven. Column and tower and fretted pinnacle are white with sunshine, and the few soft shades do but relieve the eye. The morning time, the summer time, how beautiful they are! A buoyant spirit fills the natural world and sheds its influence on humanity. Man draws his breath more lightly, and forgets the weight of cares that made the night seem long. How beautiful the summer and the morn, when opening our forest and green field, waking the singing birds, till every leaf vibrates with music, and the flowers unfold, heavy and fragrant with their dewy sleep. But here they only call to life and light the far wide waste of waters and the walls of a proud city, yet how beautiful! Not the calm beauty of the woodland world, fraught with sweet idleness and minstrel dreams, but beauty which awakes the intellect the more than the feelings that have power in the mind, man's power, man's mind. For never city raised a prouder or fairer brow than Venice, the daughter and the mistress of a sea. Far spread the ocean, but it spread to bear her galleys o'er its depths, for war or wealth. And raised upon foundations which have robbed the waters of its birthright, stands her halls. Now enter in her palaces. A world has paid its tribute to their luxury. The harvest of a rose on Syria's plains is reaped for Venice. From the Indian vales the sandalwood is brought to burn in Venice. The ambergris that floats on eastern seas, and spice and cinnamon and pearls that lie deep in the Gulf of Ormuz are for Venice. The Persian loom now spread her silken floors, and the clear gems from far Golconda's mines burn on the swan-like necks of her proud daughters, for the fair wife of the Venetian noble doth often bear upon her ivory arm a ransom of a kingdom. By the sword drawn, by the free and fearless, by the sail which sweeps the sea for riches which are power, the state of Venice is upheld. She is a Christian Tyre, safe at her sea-girt gates, to fear no enemy, and dread no fall. Morn on the Adriatic, bright and glad, and yet we are not joyful. There is here a stronger influence than sweet nature's joy. The scene hath its own sorrow, and the heart ponders the lessons of mortality, too gravel to be warmed by that delight born of the sun and air and morning prime. For we forget the present as we stand so much beneath the shadow of the past. And here the past is mighty. Memory lies heavy on the atmosphere around. Where is the sea, but where now are the ships that bore the will of Venice around the world? Where the sails that brought home victory and wealth from other nations? Now glad prows break up the waters into sparkling foam. I only see some sluggish fishing boats. There are the palaces, their marble fronts are grey and worn, and the rich furniture is stripped from the bare walls, or else the moth feeds on the velvet hangings. There they hang the many pictures of the beautiful, the brave, the noble, who were once Venetians. But hourly doth the damp destroy their colours, the Titan's hues are faded as the face from which he painted. With a downcast brow, drawing his dark robe round him, which no more hides the rich silks or gems, walks the Venetian, proud with melancholy pride which dwells only upon the glories of the dead, and humble with a bitter consciousness of present degradation. These are the things that tame the pride of man, the spectral writings on the wall of time. Warnings from the invisible to show man's destiny is not in his own hands. Cities and nations, each are in their turn the mighty sacrifice which time demands and offers up at the eternal throne, signs of man's weakness and man's vanity.